is someone that I think was a staple of the show? Yes. Dare I say that I also was a staple of the show, and at some point may or may not have thought of as like an irreplaceable element. Yeah, I mean, I said it was my show. It's like Val was talking about the show. I actually said it. Like, I was like, oh, hey, hold on, everything. This is my show.
What's up, everyone? Victoria here with popculture.com. And today I am joined by some of the best looking brothers in Hollywood. We've got Maks and Val. Don't judge me. I'm going to butcher this last name. Chmerkovskiy.
I'm leaving.
It's like I'm done.
It's the vowels and consonants, and there's got to be one in between another. And our last name has ch followed by m.
So Chmer.
It's chmer, and then it's k, Chmerkovskiy. Once you pass the k, you're home free. So just get to Chmerk, and then Ovsky.
Bless you. Honestly.
Ovsky.
They make it so easy. What everyone did not see is that we had like a 5-minute lesson of how to say the name, and here I am still butchering it. But you know what? I got a long and complicated last name too. People butcher it all the time. So we're here.
We already know it. Mahogany. We
there you go.
Mahogany.
There you go. It's like Moghaddami. Moghaddami. The real way to say it is Moghaddami, but my father would be disappointed in me because I don't technically still pronounce it the correct way. He's got the accent and everything. I don't have the accent.
Moghaddami. You gotta say it the right way.
Yes, Moghaddami.
Because they also told us through this immigration process, like, would you like to change your name? When I was getting my U.S. citizenship, and I was a teenager, so I was like, what do you mean? It's not. And then as I came back, well, like, what would it have been? Honestly, Chmerk. It's not any easier, and it's also not sexy at all. Like, there's no way you can say it well.
Yeah, no. You got to be proud of your last name. You guys have amazing, beautiful last names. You got to be proud of it. We're good.
I mean, I wrote a book. I'll never change my name. It's too late. Like, I would never be able to now. I told myself
it's never too late, Val.
You can change it, Meta World Peace.
That is true. Well, listen, now that we've gotten the name thing covered, there we go. He's got a jersey with his last name on it. All right. You guys are about to go on tour for Maks and Val Stripped Down, and that is something that intrigues me. How much, fellas, are we stripped
Do we regret
down?
the name? How much do we regret the name?
We're all about names in this group. I'm here for this.
I'm going to get this out of the way right away.
Yeah. Okay. So what can fans expect from the show, and how much are we going to be stripping it down? Because I'm sure that you're going to have a crowd in there that's ready for that.
First of all, we came up with the name in like 3 seconds and confirmed it at 5. I was like, well, what are we gonna call it? I'm like, we could call it Strip Down, Maks and Val Strip Down Tour.
Done. Next topic.
Next topic.
Well, listen, this is actually very exciting. And you guys are coming to my hometown, Nashville, Tennessee. My mom is obsessed with you guys and Dancing with the Stars. So now I'm going to have to just get tickets and come in and treat her one night. What can fans expect from this tour?
Well, first of all, we're your mother's favorite. Every mother's favorite.
Yeah.
But no, Strip Down, honestly, it's also, there's a lot of comedy in the show. So it's obviously we're not really holding much back. We're being our honest self.
Yeah.
And most of the time we're pretty funny. But also we love storytelling, and there's a lot of stories that we have to share that are universal, and all of that is wrapped up in an aesthetically pleasing duo for the mothers and the grandmas and
for all the ladies. We love that. There we go. We're going to expect maybe a little bit of like.
And so I just want to also put it in perspective a little bit. Just think about this, right? Strip down meaning, stripped down, not just like, yes, I will take my pants off. I will attempt to. Val hates when I say that, because Val is coming into this stripping down emotionally. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought I'm going to take my shirt off, you know? So, but the reality is that it's us and two partners, and they're incredible artists. They're not Peter and Jenna. We can have that question discussed later. I know this was coming, but they're incredible dancers. And so you get, but you're still walking into a theater for an hour and a half. I mean, you just think about what is it that they do? We don't sing, right? There's not going to be. Val tried magic act, it didn't work. So we're just going to stick to what we do best. So you're going to have a lot, if anything, you're going to have a lot of Maks and Val dancing.
Yes.
And so that was the draw ever to Maks and Val. It was the dance. You get an overload of that here. Yeah. I know it because I am today, which is 10 days into our rehearsal, 14 pounds lighter, probably 100%. And that goes to show how much dancing we do. So yeah, if you loved our product in that sense before, come out, because there's going to be a lot of that.
Listen, I'm gonna snag Brenda, and we're gonna come make you guys really embarrassing signs. That's what we'll do. Nice. I can't have you guys on here not talk Dancing with the Stars. Really excited for the 30th season. Maks, I know it's been a little while for you before, you know, since you've been on the show. I'm gonna start with you really quick, Maks, and then Val, I'm gonna move over to you. Maks, can you see yourself maybe coming back as like a judge?
Oh, judge, yeah, of course. Would I not want to sit and give my opinion about dancing on the show, where I've also infamously gave my opinion about
dancing?
Dancing. Yes, I would love that.
We want to see more of Maks's opinions on dancing.
Listen, I'll start a petition for this. I vote you as a judge. Let's bring Maks back as a judge, and then Val, if you come back for the 30th. Can you confirm or deny that you're going to be back?
Say what?
Can you confirm or deny
that you're going to be back for next season?
I can confirm and deny that I would love to be back on the show. You know, if anything, last year has taught us this, you know, between now and the show is 2 months, and a lot of things can happen. But yes. I would love to be on the show. I love the show. I am ambitious beyond the show, but that doesn't make me less grateful for the show. I want to do other things, of course, and I will. Yes. But I'm so grateful that I have this family and this project to still go to every year and continue to serve it as a dancer, as a teacher, not trying to judge. You know,
okay, so Val's not trying to judge. Maks, if you were a judge, would you be a little extra hard on your brother?
Is there any other way to judge? No, I was just, it's funny.
I don't think you're extra anything on it. I don't think you're extra anything to anybody. Yeah, like, he's equally extra to everybody.
Okay, we like that. So he would be a fair judge. Okay, that's good to know. Good to know. Now listen, last season, there was, you know, obviously some stir around Dancing with the Stars with the Tom and Erin situation. Do you guys just quickly have any thoughts on that?
What?
Val cannot hear me.
Wi-Fi was like, I think my Wi-Fi was breaking up.
Okay, I was gonna say. Oh, go ahead.
I think I'm gonna say, but look, I think we're, you know, is Tom someone that I think was a staple of the show? Yes. Dare I say that I also was a staple of the show, and at some point may or may not have thought of as like an irreplaceable element. Yeah, I mean, I said it was my show. It's like Val was talking about the show. I actually said it. Like, I was like, oh, hey, hold on, everything. This is my show, right? So, but here we are. You know, the reality is season 30 is coming up. I haven't been on for a while, and it's not that it didn't get any worse, you know, in that department. So I think times keep moving, and we keep moving with it. As a fan of the show, as a fan of dance as a career, as a profession, I mean, we're blessed. And I'm a fan of the show being on TV and staying on and just and growing. It has to keep evolving and keep growing. And so in that sense, I love Erin and Tom. We speak. Erin and I communicate still, and and she's very happy. But this was a great moment for all of us. For the time that we were on, it was awesome. And there already has been a plethora of changes in personnel that have, that was a reaction. And after that, we kept it moving. So
well,
it is what it is.
Val, I'll toss this one to you. Any thoughts on Tyra? And Maks, you can add in too, but Tyra kind of came in. She added a new spice to the show. Any thoughts on Tyra?
I love that was the metaphor you went with. It added a little spice to the show. I mean, look, as a person, she is A++, behind the cameras, she treats everybody with love and respect. And I think also we've yet to know a lot of Tyra because this was also a Zoom type of season. All the meetings were really remote. It was really COVID protocoled out. And I think the magic in the show off camera and it translates on camera was the camaraderie that you build with the dancers, with the celebs, with the cast. I'm excited. I think Tyra did a great job. I'm excited to see the job that she does next season after having the opportunity to actually have a real season.
Good. I like that. Thank you for sharing. Has there been anyone on the show, Maks, we'll start with you. Has there been anyone on the show that like you've kind of been starstruck by?
Yes.
I mean, a lot of people from like, we started with Jerry Rice and then we kept it going with,
name yours.
The what?
Name yours.
No. I mean, I'm not speaking for everybody, but we went from a plethora of sports legends to some, I mean, the show was also, the format was such that there was a job and it was kind of like,
then let me go.
Hold on. No, I'm gonna say it. It's not a name, but like, we don't forget that I'm also part of the show where Tuesday night was a big deal, right? And so on Tuesdays we had invited guests, right? And so my first ever dance on Tuesday night on Dancing with the Stars season 2 was Cheryl and I, babies, in 2006, dancing to Julio Iglesias. My mind blew. This is like USSR.
I'm gonna take
right?
a little time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a little time. By the way, not his song. A little time to get to know you. It was amazing. It was amazing.
You guys are.
And then it just went off. And Peter and I were just thinking about this yesterday. But like, we had a crazy dance to LMFAO. I mean, it was incredible. Whitney Houston. I danced to Whitney Houston on Dancing with the Stars. Get out of here. And I danced with Spice Girl and was hanging out with all of the rest of them. And may or may not have been kicked the ball a little bit with David Beckham at their like Thanksgiving dinner. But Val, go ahead. You go ahead.
Thank you. All right.
Who's starstruck?
Stop. Gary Rice, Emmett Smith.
He's a sports guy.
Those Tuesday nights, obviously. I mean, I danced to J-Lo and Bocelli. J-Lo and Bocelli, and David Foster was playing the piano. You're in the same space with these legends, and maybe, the approach is incredible. It's always so respectful, but it's very much, then they lean into your performance and they're like, yo, the great job. You guys are, and then you take a second in the break, you talk, and then you just realize that, these type of accolades are attainable for you as well. First of all, you have incredible validation because you're like alongside these. I love music. So artists like that, I know what a big deal a David Foster is as a composer, as a music I played the violin. So these type of things, I would say that. I would say Leah Remini.
But
I'm a huge King of Queens fan.
Love her.
I'm totally gonna step in because he's forgetting. But there was a quick anecdote about Val. This is before his participation as a professional, right? His participation was because I got on the show, brought him in, and everybody's like, "We got this world champion." You know what I'm saying, over here. Let's just have him back every season after that until he became a pro. But one of the seasons he flies in, and this is also an opportunity for us to hang out together in LA. He flies in, and I'm like, bro, this is going to be great. And he's like, what are we doing? I'm
we
like,
were reliving our entourage years.
Hold on a second. He's like, what are we doing? I'm like, we're doing a country dance. And he's like, bro, listen to me right now. I am a 2-time world champion, right? And I have one opportunity once a season to do something on the show, such as Dancing with the Stars. This is Val literally saying way before he was ever even thinking about doing it.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm not, bro, you have me fly in one time and it's a cowboy number, right? And so I had to massage him into it a little bit, because I also was like, yeah, he's very right. Why don't we do like a paso doble or something, right? Something you can shine in. It ended up being one of the best routines ever. We did Reba McEntire. She killed it. And it was one of the most fun things we've ever done to date. And then you realize how the grandeur of these people, like we were just trying to have a great time in LA, doing the thing we love. And next thing you know, it's like all these people.
I made Bruce Willis cry. He doesn't even cry in the movies that he plays.
He looks like our dad.
That's something to be proud of, Val. Good for you.
I am. I just said it. I
Good
say it.
for
Like,
you.
this is the way.
Wait, did you make him cry in a good way?
In a good way, yeah. Our first week with Rumor Willis, they had the whole family. Demi was there. Bruce flew out. The sisters, and
he's clearly very emotionally connected guy. I mean, he's able to do what he does.
He's mad chill and very slick and very similar to the character that you see on screen. But he was sitting there, and after her dance, you saw that he got really emotional. And to me, that's really the greatest gift on Dancing with the Stars as well, is after some time, these people just become people. They're like, and some of them are shady people. Some of them are really good people. Some of them are even better than I expected, but all of them are just people. And to be able to create a moment for a father watching his daughter, being able to be part of that, to choreograph, to teach that, to dance that, that's the biggest, that's incredible. It's incredibly fulfilling.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna add to that, because I think I remember the probably what would have been today my greatest moment on Dancing with the Stars. And it was probably because of Val's, just reminded me, but I got to give a gift of walls to Layla Ali for Muhammad. And he came into the audience, and we had this whole moment where the entire live production halted because he was already in a wheelchair, and then he came up, stood up, and he did his thing, sat down, and we continued with the show. I'm saying this with goosebumps, but like we're gonna reflect on that later, is what I'm trying to say. Val and I, we come from a world where we take it in and we keep it going and we share, and it's an exchange, right? Somebody also met me at that time. I'm not saying starstruck at all, but I also never fanboy over someone. I come with respect and admiration, so I feel like we're going to reflect on this later. It'll be about maybe another decade. I'm already close to that point. Val is still in the thick of it.
Yeah.
But it would be a huge reflection, I believe. Yeah. Well, somebody's going to have to remind me of all that too.
You guys do have a lot of fans out there, and you bring a wonderful show to life for so many people. And so that's what I just love about you guys. I have a quick couple quick questions for you, and we'll roll through them, and then I will let you guys go. Maks, you were recently on Masked Singer as the sloth, which is so great. What was that experience like for you?
I mean, the fact that it was at the time that it was probably the best experience I've ever had. You know, coming out of sitting down and not doing anything and then getting the call. The conversation was about judging, and then and then there was a phone call like, "Hey, would you do it as a character?" We had two more sentences, and then I said yes. But when I did say yes, I said I have one condition. I want no responsibility for myself. I want to come in. I want to be told what to do. I'm gonna go do that. Yeah. And if I do it great, I'm gonna do great. If I suck at it, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I had no idea what the show was. I had no idea how the play out is. And then when I got there, and it was exactly that. My partner was somebody that, you know, Coco. She was like a little sister to me. Probably was at dinner yesterday, and today we met on the project. You know, my choreographer was her boyfriend Kiki, who's like, Val and I raised this kid since he was 7.
Yeah.
So, you know, my producer was someone from Dancing with the Stars. My, you know, assistant director. I mean, it was just all the people that I've worked with in the past. We've all ended up on this project. It was the best time I've ever had doing anything TV related. And that character, it was a very cathartic, kind of crazy, emotional, like therapeutic experience, because you're on the inside of something that is being looked at. I'm like, I gave him a soul. Sorry. It was like I was given a soul through the character. And then I saw the movie and I was like, it just like blew my mind. Anyway, I digress, but it was an incredible experience.
You have to have fun with a show like that. You can't take yourself too seriously. And that's what people love about it. Val, is this anything that you would ever do? Is the Masked Singer? Or maybe the Masked Dancer?
Say yes.
Yes. Yes. I will do Masked Singer, Masked Dancer, Masked Actor, Masked, mimer. I think, no, I think just to add to that, Maks is so visual when he dances. This was also perfect for him because not a lot of people can be as entertaining in just a costume, right?
Yeah.
And then from his standpoint, it also gives you courage because you're like not being judged on you or preconceived anything. No, there's no judgment on you, on the person, right? So, it's kind of like a clean slate and a great opportunity to just have fun.
Oh, I love that. Well, everyone heard it here. So if they come after you after this interview, I'm going to need another interview with you after.
But we move so similar that they're going to be like, Maks is back?
Yeah. Like, no,
but we were guessed that, Paula said, I think Paula said Maks, and Brian said, no, I had dinner with him last night. So this must be his brother Val. And I was like, inches, no, but.
So listen, you guys have a tour coming up. Obviously, hopefully we're hoping to see, at least Val back on Dancing with the Stars and maybe Maks as a judge. What is next for you guys for the rest of the year?
Maks and Val tour, stripped down.
Straight into Dancing with the Stars right after that.
There we go. That's a little teaser for everyone. Well, listen, thank you guys so much for your time today. Val, I also saw that you bought your first home with Jenna during quarantine. Congratulations on that. That is very exciting. You guys were so fun. I hope I get to talk to you guys in the near future because you guys were a hoot. So thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. I was Maks on camera. Yay!
Yay!
Hey, buddy.
Say hi. You going to play? You going out?
Yeah, to Leo and Terry.
Oh, he's going to play with his friends, Leo and Terry. Yeah.
Yeah, you got a whole
nice?
day planned.
All right. Cool.
Oh, sweet boy.
I love you.
Guys.
I love you. I love you. He's the best. He's the best. Tell me what I have planned for the rest of my life. Tell me now. You tell me. Does this not look like a plan? Looks like a plan.
Man, plan, and that's an adorable plan. And this is my favorite interview. You guys are officially, you guys have like hit the top of my list of my favorite interviews.
Great. So just maximvaltour.com right at the top of the interview, and then we'll call it even.
That's what we're gonna do. And listen, when me and my mom come see you guys, when you come to Nashville at the end of the summer, I'm gonna come with some signs. We'll be the loudest one in the crowd.
Please, there's a part in the show for your mom. So
I was about to say we might have something planned for your mom. So good luck.
She would be very excited. You guys were amazing. Thank you so much. Everyone, more on Maks and Val, literally the hottest brothers in Hollywood. Keep it right here at popculture.com.